Enoch's perilous journey. Through the 10 heavens, Enoch had walked the earth as a man, but he was not like other men. His heart burned with a hunger for knowledge, and his soul was unafraid of what lay beyond the veil. One night, as the sky shattered into 1,000 unnatural lights, a voice thundered within him. "Enoch, the gates of the heavens will open for you, but beware, the journey is not for the faint of heart. Few endure, none return unchanged." Before he could respond, the ground beneath him dissolved into light, and Enoch was swept upward, past the clouds, past the stars, into the first of the heavens. First heaven. A turbulent sea of fire and wind, where angelic sentinels wielded flaming swords. The air itself screamed, and each step Enoch took threatened to scorch him alive. Here the seraphim circled him, 6 wings beating with such force that the heavens quaked. Their eyes burned with holy fire, seeing not just him, but the truth of his soul, testing his courage. Second heaven. Rivers of molten crystal wound through jagged cliffs, carrying lost spirits trapped between worlds. Shadows lunged from the molten banks, twisting into faces Enoch recognized from Earth, mocking him. He had to leap across the burning currents, guided only by flashes of light from Ophanim, wheels of fire within wheels, each covered in eyes that stared into eternity. Their movement was hypnotic, almost maddening, yet they seemed to guard the path. Third heaven, a city of impossible towers, each one alive, twisting and turning like serpents. Angels of judgment patrolled the streets with flaming lashes, striking without warning. Enoch realized that each tower was a trap. Souls who had faltered here were twisted into part of the city itself, screaming in eternal torment. Only by following the pattern of the Ophanim above, rotating, spinning, revealing a hidden path, did he survive the maze. Fourth heaven, a forest of darkness and jagged crystal trees, where the wind carried whispers of forgotten sins. Invisible hands clawed at him, and each step could mean falling into a chasm that led to oblivion. Yet among the shadows, seraphim hovered, singing a song so piercing it felt like it tore at his very mind. Their touch was fire. Their gaze was judgment. Fifth heaven, a battlefield of truth and lies, where the spirits of kings and prophets clashed endlessly. Every misstep Enoch took risked being claimed by a phantom warrior, trapped for eternity in this cursed plane. He saw Ophanim rolling across the sky above the battlefield, eyes scanning for those unworthy, wings slicing the air with thunderous force. Sixth heaven, a crucible of creation itself, stars ignited and collapsed in seconds, molten planets, spun in orbit, and streams of cosmic fire threatened to engulf him. Here, he heard the screams of worlds as they formed. Seraphim and Ophanim both passed through the chaos, seemingly untouchable, yet their presence alone caused the very fire to split around them. Enoch had to follow their rhythm or risk being consumed by the raw energy of creation. Seventh heaven, silence. Absolute silence, but silence that screamed. Time fractured here. Enoch saw his own death and his birth simultaneously, a spiral of existence threatening to crush him. And then he saw them, giant Ophanim, their wheels interlocking, eyes infinite, spinning through the void. The seraphim hovered around the edges, wings spread like weapons. Their gaze judged him again, weighing his heart against the weight of eternity. Eighth heaven, a hall of memory but twisted. Every sin, betrayal, and cruelty from history was manifest, attacking him. Enoch had to walk through phantoms of every human failure, each one sharper than a sword. Only by trusting the guidance of the seraphim and following the silent, watching Ophanim, could he survive this hall of horrors. Ninth heaven, the throne of ultimate judgment, shrouded in blinding light. The air was thick with the cries of souls being weighed, their torment visible as flames and shadows. The Ophanim rolled around the throne, eyes unblinking, spinning in impossible directions. Seraphim danced above the flames, 6 wings moving in terrifying harmony, their voices a song of judgment that could shred the mind. Enoch barely survived this storm, his soul battered, his body trembling, but he pressed on. 10th heaven. And then, still higher, still beyond comprehension, a vast plain of pure light, yet no light he had ever known. And there, seated together, was God and the Son of Man. God's presence was immense, infinite, filling all of the heaven, terrifying and merciful all at once. The Son of Man sat beside him, calm yet radiant, as if holding a key to the universe. The seraphim hovered close, their 6 wings creating a canopy of fire and purity. The Ophanim spun endlessly around the throne, their eyes taking in all of creation, including Enoch. He fell to his knees, but something inside him, the strength of every heaven he had survived, lifted his gaze. "You are the first mortal to see us as we are," said God, not with a voice, but with understanding that pierced him to his very core. "And you are the only one to survive the path. Go back, Enoch. Speak of what you have seen, but know that your sight carries the weight of eternity." Enoch's mind burned with the vision. The Son of Man smiled at him, and in that smile he saw mercy, love, and the promise of redemption for all creation. And then he was back on earth, alone, trembling, alive, and forever changed. He had seen the heavens, the angels of fire and wheels, and God and the Son of Man themselves. He alone carried the memory of that encounter, a burden and a blessing beyond mortal reckoning.